fixed the exhaust on the Lexus, and I'll admit, it is just way too quiet. So in this video, we made it quiet, now we're gonna make it loud. That's right. Dang thing has a 2JZ in it. I want it to sound like a 2JZ. So that's right, kids. Grab your hacksaw blades because we're about to do some cutting. Yeah, so this thing is practically silent, especially when you're driving. And I'm getting horrible gas mileage. I think I have that narrowed down. But, hold on a second here. This thing is silent. Turn the fan off. It makes no noise when you're on the road. It's quiet. And I want some noise. Also, with the horrible gas mileage, I know in the last video I was diagnosed I had insufficient coolant temperature to run closed loop fuel trim, and I replaced the thermostat and the coolant temp sensor. Well, guess what code came back? The same exact one. With these older OBD2 cars, they're not as accurate at reading what is wrong. Like, it can still be a couple other things besides those two things. So I got to looking into it a little bit, hooked my code scanner up, started looking at the O2 sensors because it won't let it run the fuel trim, the closed loop fuel trim, because it's detecting that it's not sufficient coolant temperature. Kind of generic code. There's two other things it can be, and it can be O2 sensors. So I pulled up all the O2 sensor readings, and bank 1 sensor 1 and bank 1 sensor 2 are not reading. I looked for a fuse location. There is no fuse on this for those. It is getting power to the heating unit on them, and it's just not putting out any voltage. So I did order one of those to replace it to make sure that it is both O2 sensors. I didn't want to order them both right away. When it gets here, I'll throw that in. But I mean, it runs good besides that, but I'm getting horrible gas mileage. But these things also aren't really the most efficient engine ever made. You're looking at 20 normally. 20 is about a normal figure for these. So, yeah, the Audi gets better. I did just work a full work day, and I went and got an adult slushy. So we're going to down that, and then we're going to start doing some exhaust work. That sounds like a good plan. Also, I just drove in an hour, well, 2 hours, to and back from work, and happy to say that the diff did not leak any. I mean, it might be a little moist up there, but it was like it had drops on it before, so that's not that bad. I also remember our transmission pan was wet. It is a tad bit wet right there at the corner, but like besides that, really not all that bad. So, I mean, it's not leaking too bad. Up here, the oil is still from when you do the oil filter, because nothing up there is leaking. Everything is dry. It was just changing the oil that does that. And I did get this ball joint. As you can see how you got a pretty one back there. I got one for this side. I'm going to do that off camera so you guys don't have to bear through that with me again. But this thing rides nice. And dripping off, that's air conditioning water. So here we go. These are shorter than the mufflers that are on it. We're going to put this probably about the same spot like that. Look how much shorter we are. So I had to get pipes to extend that. So I went to a local store and I gave them my dimensions I needed, and I had these made. So these slip right over. Okay, yeah, they do. They slip right over the end of that, and they should fit on the inside of this. And these flanges don't look the best, but they're pretty good for around this area anyway. So I'm going to have to take those flanges apart so I can do my welding perfect. I'm going to chop these as close as I can to the muffler. So it's going to go on there, the pipe, and I'll have to weld. I'd cut this hanger off and weld that hanger onto these. It's going to be a fun time. All right, well, let's quit messing around here and let's just chop these off. A buddy of mine needs a muffler. I'm giving him one of these. There are hangers right here holding these up, so chopping these off at this point, it's not really going to do anything. And then the original exhaust, obviously they cut off. These booger welds don't look the best, but when we take this off, I might be able to grind that, make it look a little better. But I mean, whatever. I am going to grind these off too, because they just look like junk. Let's just get the hacking. Alright, so my measurements weren't quite exact. That was 2 1/4 inside on that end, and it's actually just 2 1/4 outside, just like this. So we're going to butt weld those together. I have it just kind of mocked in place. This isn't its final resting place. They got a little bit of play in and out right there. I have this, it's pretty much as close as I can get it. I'm going to tack that and then see if I can get my adjustments right here. I'm not going to put the hanger on yet. I have to cut those off, but I think I'm going to go ahead and weld that right there. I think this is going to go back in just a little bit, but we're getting close to the area. They're going to come out at a little bit of an angle, not real bad. And yeah, definitely I'm going to have to get it over some for my adjustment, but we are going to figure this out. We're gonna do this together, folks. It looks really good. I'm happy with my placement. I just have it tacked up right now, and before I go ahead and break these joints apart, which are pretty rusty, but like I said, up here where I live, that's, you know, I've seen worse. I think they'll survive. But there's going to be some leaks back here, but I want to start this up. I want to see what it hears. Yeah, I want to see what it hears like. I want to see what it sounds like, and I'll have to get the ladder, get up there to start it and everything. But I'm going to place the camera here, and we'll see what it sounds like. I'm excited. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I thought it'd be louder than that. This thing does have the really large resonators, just like the Infinity had, and that quieted everything down pretty good. But if I want to get more sound, I might have to get rid of these puppies. They are Toyota. And then besides that, there's this. And that could also go, which would be the easiest option. I need one piece of pipe to weld in there. And I've already had this piece of pipe out, but I don't know. Let's just finish the job, and we'll take it out on the street and see what it sounds like. Definitely has more sound, but just not that much. It's kind of quiet. Don't you love it when things just don't go the way you thought they would? Love it. Now, don't be fooled and think that I made this look easy. I mean, I'm sure the video made it look easy, but I had a lot of problems, and these flanges are pretty much shot. But I have, this is actually muffler sealant. Let me see what this stuff gets hard whenever you run the car for 10 minutes. So it's actually, you put it on the flanges, clean them up, put them in there. So I did, because the rust that came off them, I'm not sure if they're going to seal or not. One of my hangers, I wish I had two like this, but I broke the other one. And this car had like donut style ones on one side. So these are what I had left. They don't really, they're just hang from that. So I don't know, I might have to see if I can get another one like that to put in there. I can do that down the road, it's no big deal. But right now I think I have them hanging where I want them. I won't have to take it out for a ride, make sure we don't have any rattles or creaks or anything from them hitting. But let's get this down and see what they look like. It's getting dark outside already, so I'm gonna have to get footage tomorrow. So I guess I'll end this video for today and pick up first thing tomorrow morning, where you guys can see this better.
Stewie, we have to go finish filming this video.
I know. Man, that was forceful.
I'm a happy boy. It's a happy boy.
Alright, so last night I believe we left off. I had the exhaust mounted. We didn't run it. Man, it's warm out. Anyways, I'll do a clip right now inside the garage, what it sounds like. I'm going to take it out, get a little bit of drone footage, some running shots, and end the video there. And well, now last but not least, I just added a camera. That was fun because there is no opening between the seats forward. There's like no open. I had to fish a wire. I had to put a pry bar in between the seat, fish a wire out the side, and ran it down along the door jambs. It's in now and wired into my touchscreen radio that I put in. So I'll show you real quick without starting the car up. Let the radio boot up. It doesn't take very long. This radio is actually pretty quick, actually. So there. Let's load it up. Reverse. Does take a second to switch to the reverse camera, but I should probably face it down a little bit. I like to have it face backwards on my Zion because it actually records. This one, I think I'm going to adjust. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Really, if you can get your bumper in the picture, that's like perfect, but that's a pretty good picture too. I like that. Now I'll be able to see behind me when I'm backing up. Sweet. And that's going to be the end of this episode. So if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. Oh, air conditioning. Hit that dislike button if you like your car silent. And as always, we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped.